Hello guys and welcome to Watching Time. I am going to be presenting today talking about the IWC Ingenieur, especially because I am double surprised from what I'm going to be showing to you. So if you want to know the full story, please stay until the end of the video in which I will reveal a small detail. Anyway, let's talk about IWC and the engineer. So I think since 2023 there have been many videos on the watch. I don't think any of them is like the one I'm going to be showing to you for one simple reason. Um, the story around this watch, it's very important. Obviously, you know, this is the third small brother of the Gerald Genta watches. He has done three major watches in history: the AP Royal Oak, you have the Nautilus, and then you have the Vacheron Constantin Nautilus, and then you have the IWC International Watch Company Ingenieur. And it's a watch that was born similar to what you're seeing today. It has the DNA, definitely, but this is a modern reinterpretation. So it's funny. It's like having an in-house homage of the watches that you produce. So instead of relaunching and representing the original watch, the Gerald Genta DNA 100%, they decided to reimagine it in a modern key. To tell the truth, Engineer has suffered several modifications. This is the most silly thing that they have done in the years. They, at some point, it was not even an integrated bracelet. It was a watch that was totally membrated of the Gerald Genta DNA. The reason for this, it's unknown. They decided to do this for some marketing reason, I suppose. And today, due to the hype, it has been many years that people were waiting to actually have again the engineer the way it was made, but instead of reproposing it, they have reimagined it. So it is IWC Ingenieur with a modern key. So we're talking about a 40 millimeters case, a watch that is around 10 point something millimeters thickness, and an integrated bracelet that marries very well with most wrists. So as you can see on mine, which is an 18 centimeters wrist, it is just the perfect measurement. They have launched it in several colors. You have a silver, a gray that is exclusive to a titanium version of more than 20,000 euros, and a black one, and this green color. They call it green, but it's actually kind of an aqua, terra, emerald green. It goes from blue to green hues, and it is a very nice color to have. Actually, when I saw it live, I was surprised, and it changes. When you see it live, it is more bluish. When you see it on videos and pictures, it tends to be more greenish. So it's quite different. Then you have also the dial that it's kind of this checker kind of design. It is what it is, pattern markers, a crown guard that marries the crown very nicely, a back case, and a very interesting quick quick release bracelet in which you just need to push the pusher and then slid out the pins to resize the strap. It is a butterfly strap, which some people might argue it's not ideal for a tool watch. This is, at the end of the day, a tool watch. But I think the most controversial part is the in-house movement that is being worn by this watch, which is a good movement, 120 hours power reserve. But the problem is that it is a movement that IWC puts on very cheap watches, cheaper watches in the IWC brand. So you will find 5,000 euros watches that actually have this movement, while this watch in particular is 13,000 euros. And you will need to order it. It doesn't seem to be a supply problem, but the point is, why are we being charged an extra 100% price point watch for a design that is not even Gerald Genta 100%, because it is an inspiration homage from the same company for this version of the watch when you are preparing and presenting watches that are much cheaper? So this is a good question to make yourself. But And remember all guys, this is an educative video. So I don't want any questions on this video asking me where I got it, blah, blah, where can I buy it. I don't care, I will not answer you on that. But there is another point that actually surprised me a lot. The watch is not mine, actually, it's a friend of mine. He lended it up to me for this video, and I have actually confronted it with the real one. And as you can hear me, this is actually a fake. So I'm really surprised, but at the same time, I'm really cross-minded here because they are charging more than 30,000 euros for a watch that has specs and movements that they usually charge half of it for a stainless steel watch that is very simple in the making, so simple that it has actually been copied 100% almost, except for the movement, obviously. I don't know what it's wearing. I have not opened it. I will not open it. But look at the strap. It even has the whole details of the quick release. And I have tried. It works perfectly to resize the strap. Going up to the point of copying all of these details that you might think makes unique the watch, the color, it is perfectly, exactly the same. The screws, or well, fake screws, because it looks more like a fake screw, even the original. I don't think they are real screws. It gives you every detail almost. I suppose there should be a little difference somewhere of the real thing for a fraction of the price. This is just crazy. And I wanted to show it because as an educational video, you need to be careful, guys, where you buy your watches, where you get it, because I'm seeing this amount of high quality homage replicas watches that are just crazy. I brief watches. I have more than 400 watches, and I couldn't tell the difference with a real one unless I have one next to it. And even then, you need to be careful to confuse them because you wouldn't know which one is exactly the real one and which one is the fake. And we're talking here about a watch that is not, I can argue all day on, it's not really worth the 13,000, and I love it. It is a nice design. Actually, it fits very well, even on my 18 wrist, because of the lug to lug. It will fit smaller wrists too. As you can see, it fits very well. But what is going on? They are doing watches for, and I asked my friend how much he paid for this, and he told me it's like around 400. So I think it is a lesson learned here. There is a situation in which, guys, you can do whatever you want with your private life. If you want to buy a replica or a real watch, that's your problem. I will not condemn you on that. I condemn the market that's behind replica watches, of course. That is totally crazy, and it doesn't help anyone. Companies need to survive also, so there is an investment behind. But on this situation, it is very weird because they are reimagining a watch that they have had in their drawer for years, that they actually kind of destroyed the General Genta DNA by transforming it over the last 20 years into horrible pieces. And now they bring back an homage of it at a price point that it's illogical. You're charging me for what? For the General Genta design? For the gold used on the watch? No, because it's stainless steel. For the movement? No, because you sell watches for half of it, the price, with the same movement, So it is a controversial topic. It is a lovely design. I love it, even on the fake one. But it's so crazy also that the fake industry has stepped up to this point, to this level of quality. I don't know, it's just weird. So I thought it was an important topic to touch. Leave me your thoughts on that, of course, your thoughts on the watch, because why not? We are talking about a watch that is pretty much interesting. So the design is the same, and I thought it was also a good chat on the General Genta and how IWC has managed this whole watch. Anyway, guys, see you on the next video.